I know I'm kind of late to the TRD Pro grill party. All the homies have their TRD Pro grills on. This here is the TRD Sport grill. I had the SR5 grill because this here is an SR5. This is the SR5 grill. This thing, dude, I don't know about this right here. It's not a good looking grill if you ask me. I mean, compared to the TRD grill, and the TRD Pro grill is right here. So check this thing out, dude. This thing is so sick. But here's what I'm talking about right here. So there's 3 openings right here on the top, and there's an opening right here in the middle for a light bar. I didn't want to install this thing without having the amber lights there on the top. Now the dealership hasn't released the part number for these yet, which has been very, very frustrating because I don't want to install this thing with just open holes right there on the top. The fix to that is from a company called Rave Off-Road. I now have those amber lights that go right there on top, which I'm freaking stoked about. And right here in the middle, I ordered a light bar from Baja Designs. That's showing up in a couple of weeks, but for today, we can at least install those amber lights that go right there on the top, which will be really cool right there. So yeah, dude, this is going on finally. This was the original grill right here, and let me just tell you what, dude, this was an absolute game changer going from this right here, the SR5 grill, to the TRD Sport. But now we're going from the TRD Sport to the TRD Pro, dude. I'm so stoked. So the only thing I won't have though is the camera. So I might try to like cut that off with a little Dremel or something like that, or something, I'm not too sure. Maybe even just buy a camera and put it in there, even though I have no function for it. At least it'll fill in the hole or something. I don't know. We'll figure that part out when we get there. But anyways, let's get back down to the garage and throw down our new TRD Pro grill. Let's get it. Alrighty guys, today we're going to be installing the TRD Pro grill here on the 2022 Toyota Tundra. First thing you're going to want to do is open the hood with a pry bar. Open the hood using the lever inside of the vehicle. Boy, I tell you what, if you ain't using a Tiffany steps tool to work on your Tundra, boy, you're doing it wrong. But now we can see what we're doing. So we got some bolts up here, 1, 2, 3, 4 up top. These are all 10 millis. So we'll pop those 4 off. And there's some wiring harnesses one right here on the driver's side, so my right side. There is 2 more here on the passenger side, so we'll just release these guys. Bing, bong, boom, bop. Back here on the driver's side, next to this wiring harness right here, is a little push tab. You gotta release that guy right here on this side. Pull that out, and then there's one more here on the passenger side as well. Oh, now I'm underneath the front of the truck. There's a 10 mil right there, 1 more right there, 1 more right there, and 1 more at the very end. So 4 in total. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's it for the bottom. So 8 bolts down, 8 more to go. So 4 on either side, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. We're gonna unbolt these right here so we can pull out the fender flare a little bit and release the bumper, because the bumper up here is only held on by clips at this point after removing those 4 bolts there on either side. So take those 4 off and then just start prying off the bumper. And to make things just a little bit easier, I'm gonna turn the wheel out of the way so we can get a little more clearance. So I forgot about these 4 bolts right here behind the grill. So we removed 16 bolts so far. There's 4 more to go, and you can see them right there, those shiny bolt heads right up in there. We can either run like 20 extensions and get to it through the grill, or we can poke our heads through the top right here and gain pretty easy access to it right there. These 4, 2 on either side, are also 10 mils. Remove the entire thing, and just like that, front bumper, delete. I'm gonna set this over here on the box so I'll scratch the face of the wrap up at all. There we go. All right, perfect. Before I start working on the back side, I'm gonna pop off this little bezel right here around the fog lights to make it a lot easier to remove the grill once we get to that point. And this comes off really easy, it's just a bunch of little tabs. And just like so. So here's the back side of the grill. Here's the bottom right here. We're gonna remove the active shutters first. There's 6 bolts, 3 on top, and then 3 here on the bottom. I'm gonna remove those first, once again with a 10 mil. Bolts are out. If you're looking at it from the back side, the top right corner here has a wiring harness to disconnect. That controls the shutters. And then we'll just lift this thing off. Bam. Now I'm gonna disconnect the sensor right here on the lower part of the grill. You know, eventually. But at this point, we're pretty much held on by a bunch of Phillips head screws surrounding the grill on the backside here. So all these need to come off. There's a bunch here on the top as well. Leave these on. That's for the bumper corners, like the bumper portion of this front end. Using my plastic pry tool right here, I'm gonna release all these tabs by pushing it in and then down, and then all the way around, and that there should release the grill. Shout out to Waste Management for the work table, but I'm gonna pull off the sensor here from the old grill, held down with 3 Phillips head screws, and I'll transfer over to the new grill. Gotta be real careful when tightening down these ones right here, because if we over tighten it and break the plastic, then it's gonna be a bad day. And now we pop in the new grill. I'm gonna slide all tabs into these little inserts right here. Let's go. So the new grill is in. All the tabs are secure. Now I'm gonna reinstall this upper outer grill surround with the tabs as well. Now to reinstall the 16 Phillips heads. Connect the sensor. At this point, we're pretty much reversing all the steps we did to uninstall the grill. Now just gonna reinstall the shutters here onto the grill, bolt them down, plug in the harness, and then this entire thing is ready for reassembly. Thing is very awkward. Very, very awkward. Now time to reinstall the fog light bezel. This is super easy, it's just a bunch of tabs and it goes right in. And just like that, dude, check this out, bro. Oh my goodness, what a difference. But I say we pull out the amber lights and throw them on and see how they look. All right, so it looks like they're gonna be held on with 3M's double-sided sticky tape, fuse tap, and looks like we have some instructions here as well. All right, so step number 1, we're going to prep the surface, of course, and then we're gonna connect the fuse tap. Use a crimp tool or pliers to attach the red wire from the wire harness to the add of fuse. Plug the fuse tap into your fuse box. Most commonly used spot is the accessory fuse spot located directly above the 5A engine. IGR number 1. All right, so this part seems pretty straightforward, just peel and stick pretty much. The grill stays on the truck, which is pretty cool right there, so very easy install. It's gonna make it a lot easier to pull the 3 bolts off of the top half of the shutter grill. So now we can push back the shutter grill and get better access to the openings right here. I'm just holding the light in place so the 3M sticky tape can bond to it pretty good. All right, boom, that one's sticking. Now we're gonna go ahead and peel off the second one here and throw it in the center. Took a little food break, now it is pitch black outside. Dude, the days are getting shorter and shorter, which sucks for videos, but Anyways, now it's time to wire some stuff up. My favorite thing in the world to do. So on one end of the wiring is a connector, which plugs into this connector right here, which powers up the lights. Then the other side of this wiring, we have a fuse tap, which I connected to the red wire already, and then a black wire for ground. So they recommend we use a fuse right here in the passenger side fuse box. Right above a fuse, that's called ENG IGR #1 right there. I believe that's engine ignition relay, I believe. But right above that one is towing IGR. That one's open. So that'll be right here above that 5 amp fuse right there. We're gonna tap into that open slot right there. That's an ignition powered fuse. And for the black wire, we're gonna ground it somewhere, maybe right there or the negative terminal in the battery. This is the just in case angle in case I electrify myself. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if it works. Yes! Woohoo! Dang, dude, just like that. Wow. That looks so sick. Dude, check this out. Total transformation. The TRD Pro grill looks so sick on the front end here. And as far as the amber lightings go, dude, they came out amazing too. Perfect brightness, perfect like shade of amber as well, because with aftermarket lighting, it's real easy to go real tacky, like really fast. And these here look pretty official. It's a TRD Pro. If you ask me, if I saw this, I'd be like, that's a TRD Pro right there. If I was squinting my eyes and looking the other direction, and I think that's a TRD Pro, honestly. So each one of these 3 lights looks like one solid amber light, when in reality, it's 6 individual chips of light that you can see. It's really defined in person, but in camera, it all blurs together. But at least you guys can see like how bright it is compared to the other lights. It's not too bright, it's not too dull. It's the perfect lighting. It doesn't overpower the other lights. It looks freaking sick, dude. Oh, I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. I wish now I want the TRD Pro fender flares. That'd be cool right there, to get the wider fender flares with the lights on it right there. And then same with the rear ones too, and the 3 rear red lights for the upper part of the tailgate. That'd be pretty sick right there, dude. Hopefully one day soon we can get some of those as well. This thing's looking right though, dude. What a difference it makes, dude. Just the grill. It's crazy how like the smallest, I mean, it's not small by any means. It's a massive grill, but like it's not a huge difference over the TRD Sport grill. Very similar design here on the bottom, sort of like lower portion of it. But then of course this one has the opening there for the light bar and the Toyota lettering spelled out versus the badge. And of course the cutouts for the amber markers right there, which we filled in with the Rave off-road lights, which, dude, they fit nice. Check out Rave Off-Road if you guys have a 2022 Tundra non-TRD Pro and you cop yourselves a TRD Pro grill. Rave Off-Road is definitely a good way to go, especially if you guys are particular about fitment and things like that. It's definitely a nice fit, very easy to install. And the TRD Pro grill, pretty simple as well. I had to come back for the shot at dusk because, I mean, just the way that sunset hits that satin finish though, oh my gosh, bro. I'm just playing. I couldn't really see the lights too well in the daytime, so I wish you guys can see like the details in each one of these lights, because there's a lot of detail to them. Each one of these amber lights here has 6 chips in there. You can see even from way back here. So there's a lot of detail to them. Also, for you guys who don't know, so on trucks like the Ford Raptor, the Ram TRX, the Tundra TRD Pro, they come equipped with these lights here in the middle and one light there on either side at the widest point of the truck for a reason other than just looks. They're not just for appearance. It does serve a legal function as well. Vehicles that are over 80 inches wide do require 3 lights there in the middle in a row, and then 1 light on either side of the truck at the widest point. So that's why they have them from the factory. Anyways, well, that there is pretty much all I have for you guys today, though. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Till then, peace out.